Good morning, everyone. This is your coffee break update for February 12th, 2021. We are so happy you could join us this morning. I am Marshall Haprov, of course. I'm the communications specialist for the Mojave Desert Air Quality Management District, and I am fortunate to be the chair-elect for the Greater High Desert Chamber of Commerce. And this, of course, is our every other week coffee break update. As always, we have numerous updates for you. We have some sponsors to introduce to you. So we are going to have a pretty packed morning, just like we do every other Friday. So thank you again for joining us. I wanted to let you know that our 00 CEO, Mark Creffield, is not joining us this morning. He had a small family emergency. Everyone in his family is okay. They're all doing well, but he won't be joining us this morning. So we'll continue on, and hopefully when he watches this recording later, we'll have said some funny things about him eventually. So sponsors, presenters, if you have something funny to say, by all means, throw it in there, and Mark can check it out later. I also wanted to mention to you, I will talk a little bit more about chamber updates in a little bit, but at the top of the email blast that's going to go out later this afternoon from the chamber, you're going to see information about a mass vaccination clinic that is going to open officially to the community, to the entire community, on Tuesday. I had the opportunity yesterday to go check it out ahead of time, and it was crazy how efficient, how much they are doing in this, relatively small space when you consider we've heard on the news about Dodger Stadium and these other places where they're really, these massive facilities. So this is going to be at Our Lady of the Desert Church in Apple Valley, right next to St. Mary. Providence St. Mary Medical Center has actually volunteered to administer it. This is a County of San Bernardino clinic, but St. Mary is volunteering to essentially run the clinic. But it's not just St. Mary. There are tons of volunteers from throughout the community who have jumped in, who are lending their support, lending their expertise to be a part of this. There are public information officials from across the desert who are helping in spreading the message, spreading the word for this. So it's a phenomenal thing. It's gonna, like I said, it's going to open on Tuesday. So you'll see more information about that later in your email blast. So please make sure to check that. And if it's something that you want to support, you want to raise awareness for, by all means, share that with friends and family, share that on social media. This isn't a place here in our coffee break update. This is not a place where we're pushing one agenda or another, anything like that. We simply want to share the word. That's what all of our presenters do. And so we want to make sure that we share as much information as we can with you. And that's what we do. So again, thank you so much for being here. I also want to introduce, of course, to you, as always, my friend, Neil Harris. Good morning, Neil.
Hey, buddy. How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. I'm well. I am checking in and joining you guys from Northwest Arkansas, where we relocated our family over the last week and basically made the drive from Amarillo and this way. And since then, have not seen the sun, as we are in the midst of what is being referred to as the winter storm of the century. So we're enjoying, apparently winter is a thing in other parts of the country, and we're discovering that. So, but with that, it means that I am handing over my PowerPoint running and fielding of question duties to the always immaculate, always impressive Shannon. And one other thing I'm going to have to do, Shannon, on that is we have a shared doc of just little things to poke and jab at Mark about. I'm going to share that doc with you as soon as we're done here. I just want you to know that the password for that is harassing Mark 24/7, and that's all caps. So we'll make sure that you get that. And otherwise, have a great coffee break, everybody.
Thanks, Neil.
We already missed you, Neil.
We do. Well, he doesn't give us enough time.
That is mutual. I miss you guys too. But that's what Zoom's for.
That's right. Thank you, Neil. And yeah, if you have any questions for everyone else here with us this morning, if you have questions throughout the morning for our presenters, for our sponsors, by all means, direct those questions to Shannon using the chat function. And as time allows, we will get those questions over to our presenters for you. So I want to give you a quick update on goings on with the Greater High Desert Chamber of Commerce. Look, so I didn't mention this before, but I'm not at the office today. I've actually been working from home for the last 2 weeks. So this is not my office. This is actually my piano with my collection of, yes, professional wrestling championship belts. That's exactly what that is. So in case you were wondering, you were like, why does he have those? I didn't win them. I just collect them. People actually ask me, did you win those? Look at me. No, I did not win those. But in doing so, I also had to print out my update. So I'm going to read from it. So it's not like I'm not paying attention. I really am reading this update. So first, I want to let you know that our first Legislative Action Committee meeting is next Thursday. That's February 18th at 9 a.m. The link to register for that will be in today's e-blast, and another blast will go out on Tuesday, February 16th. Also, at our next coffee break update, which is Friday, February 26th, and we will remind you about that, of course, as always. Instead of doing what we typically do, our city and town updates, we're going to have two special presentations. The first one will be a representative from Brightline West. Brightline West, connecting Los Angeles and Las Vegas, will have its high desert station as well as its maintenance facility in the Victor Valley area. Learn more about the economic and environmental benefits of this project, as well as the latest on construction, route, and how you can engage with the project as it moves forward. Also on February 26th, right here with the coffee break update, we will have a representative from Victor Valley College, and the presentation is titled, "It Takes a Village." So we have that coming for you. And of course, like I mentioned before, information on that mass vaccination clinic at St. Mary, which opens next Tuesday, will be at the top of that e-blast once it goes out. It usually goes out about noon on Fridays. So that's all that's going on with the Greater High Desert Chamber of Commerce. Of course, we have the rest of our coffee break update. So I first want to introduce to you one of our sponsors this morning. We have Transformation Training and Development, and here to talk to us about Transformation Training and Development, as always, is our friend, Dr. Kenesha Williams. Good morning, Dr. Williams.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, friends. Listen, Mark, you are the best CEO ever. I just want that to be on the record, and don't charge my time for that. Okay, so good to be back with you all again. I just want to say, you're like, why is she back? Here's why, because I'm a believer in people. I'm a pusher of hope. If you guys know the wonderful Dr. John C. Maxwell, I had the pleasure of being on his executive director team, and we believe in leadership, and I'm looking at a group of leaders. So I'm here today with two value adds. That's right, two value adds that I'm going to give away. Here's what research says about businesses, organizations, and leadership. Communication is one of the top reasons, or the lack thereof, as to why businesses fall apart, because people within that business organization do not know how to get along. So my first value add is I am a consultant in DISC professional and personality assessment. For the first person that emails me, and I'll drop my contact information, I will give you a free DISC assessment, and then with a free 60-minute debrief, just so we can dig down a little bit more about how you can be more proficient with your teams. And the second thing is we want teams to work well together. That doesn't happen if there's not great communication. So I have a free 2-hour, I call it the leadership game experience for your team of up to 12 people. I promise you, I've done it with many people around the country, in the country, out of the country, and they always leave away with their teams laughing, but knowing each other better. So those two free value adds, if you like a free DISC assessment with the debrief to get to know yourself a little bit better, or if you like the leadership game, 2-hour free experience so your team can get to know themselves better, I'm going to drop that in the box. Reach out to me. The first person in each of those, you are the winner. I believe in you. Thank you so much. And let's go Greater High Desert.
Perfect. Thank you, Dr. Williams, and thank you to Transformation Training and Development for sponsoring this morning's coffee break update. We always appreciate hearing from you. All right, so next up, we have scheduled an update on the City of Adelanto from Mayor Gabriel Reyes. I haven't seen him come in the room just yet. By chance, Mayor Reyes, are you on the phone with us? No, it doesn't seem that we have Mayor Reyes. So if he does come in here in a little bit, we'll move some things around and bring him back up and listen to his update for the city of Adelanto. So we're going to jump past the city of Adelanto for now, and we're going to introduce to you another one of our awesome sponsors. Joining us this week from Quick Quack Car Wash is Shannon G. Good morning, Shannon.
Good morning. So I just want to say thank you guys all so much for giving us such a warm welcome 2 weeks ago. We are super excited about everything up and coming here in the Quick Quack world for Victorville. We have teamed up with some great chamber members, and I have some stuff going out in the email later today that I can't wait to show you all. But without a doubt, 100%, I need to talk to you guys about Monday, February 22nd. So Monday, February 22nd is an all hands on deck call to action from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. I'm asking everyone, every single person in the high desert to come by and support a local family that we have now adopted for our preview fundraising event. So Marcus Hilton and his family. Marcus has cerebral palsy and autism, and he got really sick last February. So, and he hasn't fully recovered, and he needs to go back in for an operation. So we are raising some funds to support the family through that tough time. You know, with COVID and everything else, that's kind of like their icing on the cake, right? So we ask everyone to come out. It is a free car wash. Lucky Duck, best car wash, Quackles 101 here from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. And every donation counts and matters. And then Quick Quack, we are going to go ahead and we're going to match what's brought in that time. So I would love to present this family with a huge check. So I will be sending out a link to that information as well later on today, along with a cool little video introducing the deck right to you guys in the high desert. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Shannon. Wow, we look forward to that. That's great. My truck absolutely needs a wash, so I'm going to put that on my calendar as soon as we're done here. Thank you for the reminder about that. And thank you, of course, to Quick Quack Car Wash for sponsoring this week's coffee break update. If you are interested in sponsoring a coffee break update, it's very easy to do. Contact Mark Creffield. You can either email him, mcreffield@vvchamber.com. That's at least until we get the new Greater High Desert domain finalized. Or you can call the chamber office, the Victorville office, and he can tell you all about how to do that, how to be a sponsor. All right, so next up we have an update from the City of Hesperia, and here to do that is the mayor of the City of Hesperia, Cameron Gregg. Good morning, Mayor Gregg.
Good morning, everyone. Hopefully you can hear me.
We can hear you.
Relatively well. Awesome. Just a few quick updates for the City of Hesperia. On Saturday, February 13th, the Hesperia Animal Shelter will have a Valentine adoption special. So definitely head on over there to get your sweetie, you know, a nice dog or cat or any other animal that we may have over there at the time. The adoptions are $14 from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on that day. And then as a reminder that the city offices will be closed Monday, February 15th for President's Day. Additionally, there's a used oil filter exchange and recycling event scheduled for Saturday, February 20th at the AutoZone located on Main Street in Hesperia. Please visit the city's website for additional details. And lastly, I'd like to remind everyone that if you have an active duty service member in your family, we do have the banner program available. So let's go ahead and get that information over to the City of Hesperia so we can get a banner up for the active duty service member to honor them in that way that we can. Other than that, I hope everyone's had a great week and we'll have an even better weekend.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Mayor Gregg. Shannon, do we have any questions for Mayor Gregg in the City of Hesperia?
We do not.
Okay, great. Sounds like you covered everything. Thank you so much, Mayor Gregg. Thank you. We will move along and introduce to you our next sponsor. We are fortunate this week to have 4 sponsors for our coffee break update. So the next one we want to introduce to you is Aaron Korn from the Pacific Refrigeration Company. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Aaron Korn. I'm the general manager here at Pacific Refrigerator. Great to see everyone. I'm going to jump right in here. So Pacific manufactures walk-in refrigerators and freezers. We provide parts and service, have portable and temporary cold storage that's trailerable, can be towed. for use at special events or disaster recovery, things like that. That's not really exciting to the average person. So I'm going to talk about two other products that we've started producing, stepping outside of our general manufacturing of refrigerators, walk-in coolers, that I think will be of greater interest to the community. First is the homeless cottages. We have 3 different sizes, an 8x8, 8x10, and 8x12. They include air conditioning and heat, and even the smallest ones can sleep up to 4 individuals. We would love to partner with a nonprofit, city, other municipalities that could benefit from the use of these structures. We're really wanting to get the unhomed sheltered. So please contact us if you have any interest in that. The second, which is probably of even greater interest to the general population, is backyard offices. With so many people working from home, we found that many folks would like to regain that extra bedroom that they converted at the beginning of the pandemic, and our backyard offices can help you do that. In less than an hour, we can have a nice, completely finished, heated, air-conditioned room ready to go. No wiring needed, just plug it into a standard outlet, put your desk and your computer and your phone in there, and we are ready to go. Our rooms are incredibly simple to assemble. Think IKEA furniture that you can actually work inside of instead of on. So want everyone, if you can, visit pacmodllc.com. That's PACMODLLC.com. If you want to take a look at some pictures and get some more information on our backyard offices and also our homeless cottages. So I'll leave my info in the chat window if anyone would like to reach out if we can be of assistance. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Aaron. Thank you for the information, and thank you to Pacific Refrigerator Company for sponsoring this morning's coffee break update. I had a couple people ask me, so I wanted to clarify just real quick before we move on to our next presentation. So the mass vaccination clinic that's going to open next Tuesday at St. Mary in Apple Valley, that is still going to have to follow guidelines, eligibility guidelines that have been set by the state and the county. So there is a website that will be linked in the email blast that goes out from the chamber later, that takes you to all of the information that you need to know about the mass vaccination clinic, including who is eligible and how to make an appointment. Appointments are absolutely required. And there's some more information that you would probably want to know. So check out that email and click on the link when you get it later in your email box from the chamber, and you'll get all the information you need there. So next up, we have Sue Jones from the City of Victorville to tell us all the happenings in the City of Victorville. Good morning, Sue.
Good morning, Marshall. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for this opportunity to give an update from the City of Victorville. First, I want to thank the Chamber on behalf of our City Council and the rest of our city leadership for the opportunity to present our State of the City last week. The theme was Ready for 2021 and Beyond, and I know a lot of you can relate. But if you were unable to see the presentation, we have posted it to our city website, and we posted it to our social media, and you can get a good feel for what we were able to do in 2020 despite the pandemic. I think a lot of the theme was despite the challenges, we still persevered and stayed focused and on the main task at hand for the City of Victorville. Our website, if you want to go see the State of the City presentation, is victorvilleca.gov. Also on our website, we have some information about our new Measure P oversight committee that we're forming, and this will be a group of community stakeholders representing different stakeholder groups like large retail, youth activities, the chamber, etc. And this committee will be, their whole purpose will be to review revenue that is generated by our new 1 cent sales tax measure, and then not only review the revenue, but review the expenditures. If you are interested in serving on this committee, you do have to be a Victorville resident. You do have to be registered in the City of Victorville to vote. And there's additional eligibility requirements available on our website. I can give you a direct link. It's victorvilleca.gov/MPOC for Measure P Oversight Committee. Applications will be accepted through February 26th, and you must use the online application form that's available there on our website at that link I gave you. At our last coffee break, I mentioned that we're going through our general plan update, and our general plan looks out 20 years. And we are definitely interested in hearing from the business community and other community members about how we should plan for Victorville's future. Right now, we're focused on land use and zoning and how land will be used in Victorville into the future. Our next workshop is planned for February 24th at 5 o'clock on Zoom. And we absolutely invite you to join us. If you're unable to attend the workshop, we have surveys on our website where you could go and provide your input as well. And again, on our website, victorvilleca.gov/general plan update. Another thing, if you want to give us more input, we just finished our local hazard mitigation plan. And this looks at potential man-made and natural hazards that could affect our community. And the whole point of the plan is to identify them, look at ways to reduce the risk, and also have ways to mitigate the risk should any of these hazards happen in our community. And we have posted that plan, and we welcome your input to go look at it and provide feedback, maybe look at things we should have considered when we put this plan together. That also is on our website, and the review is open through February 22nd. This weekend, we're going to do some system upgrades to our customer service applications, specifically those where you do your web bill pay, and for developers and other folks who are submitting plans. The point of these upgrades are to make them, those systems more compatible with mobile devices. So we're taking advantage of this holiday weekend to do these upgrades, and just wanted to let you know that web bill pay will not be accessible Saturday and Sunday, and the online permit system, or EnerGov, will not be available on Monday during the President's holiday. But after that, you're going to have a much smoother, more efficient mobile experience on those systems, and we're excited to do that upgrade. As Marshall mentioned, there are some vaccination sites that have opened up in the high desert, including the one he mentioned at St. Mary's. We'll also have one here in Victorville that's operating at our Hook Community Center. And just want to let everyone know that is managed, both of those sites are managed by the county. You have to make your appointments through the county. You cannot do that through the city. The web link where you can make your appointments is sbcovid19.com, and for they're focusing on individuals 65 and older, and some of those people do not use the internet. So if you know of folks that are struggling and having issues with the technology, they certainly can call. There's a county helpline. I'm going to put this here and I'll put it in the chat. It's 909-387-3911, and they have agents available to answer questions about the vaccine, help you identify if you're eligible, and also schedule you to get an appointment. And amazingly, VBTA, our local bus authority, has established a free bus shuttle to get folks from the main Victorville transit hub at Lorraine and 7th Street for free. You can travel from that transit hub to Hook Community Center and back. And that shuttle service is running 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. And really thank VBTA for that free service to help our community. That's all I have.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Sue. Shannon, do we have any questions for Sue in the City of Victorville?
It's more of a remark. That's behind Costco, is that right, Sue?
Yes.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sue. We appreciate it. Always good to hear from you and from the City of Victorville, and lots of useful information there too. If you're doing bill pay this weekend in the City of Victorville, you can't.
Yeah, pay early, pay now.
Pay early, pay now. Or wait till Tuesday.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sue. Appreciate it. All right, next up, we have another of our sponsors to introduce to you this morning. We have from Coldwell Banker
Have you been
Commercial.
wondering what the commercial real estate market looks like?
Oh, there he is, Jason Lamoureux from Coldwell Banker Commercial. Go ahead.
Marshall, are you playing the video?
Yeah, we can play the video.
My staff prefers the video over me.
Okay, there you
I'm
go.
Jason Lamoureux, broker and president of. Hello. Have you been wondering what the commercial real estate market looks like post 2020? I'm Jason Lamoureux, broker and president of Coldwell Banker Commercial Real Estate Solutions. We want to help you understand the new landscape of commercial real estate in post-COVID-19 climate. We invite you to attend our 2021 Virtual High Desert Real Estate Symposium. The virtual symposium will be held over 2 sessions, Thursday, March 25th and Thursday, April 1st from 10 a.m. to noon. Coldwell Banker Commercial is back with our annual High Desert Commercial Real Estate Review and Forecast for 2021. The annual Real Estate Symposium is the region's only event to provide an in-depth review of real estate and economic markets of the High Desert, delivering historical analysis as well as trends affecting the market. This free virtual event will be hosted on Zoom and Facebook Live. To learn more about how to register to attend, please click the link below. We can't wait to see you at Coldwell Banker Commercial's 2021 Virtual High Desert Real Estate Symposium.
Well, thank you. Little glitchy. Videos never work that well on Zoom. We're still learning this, but thank you for playing that. Real quick, March 25th, we are going virtual again this year. Disappointed that we're going to miss everyone. Enjoy seeing everyone annually just to catch up on what's going on both in real estate and economics in the High Desert. March 25th, it starts at 10 a.m. We have an economic review and forecast with Chris Thornburg. Is a preeminent economist in the Inland Empire, always delivers a very fascinating overview of our economy. 11 a.m. After Chris, we have a city and town manager panel giving us updates for each of the respective municipalities. And then April 1st, and yes, we did question whether we should do it on April Fool's Day, but it's 1 week after, so we're going to go ahead and roll the dice and make sure we don't have any Zoom problems. We're probably jinxing ourselves, but I'm excited to announce that we're going to have Brightline West. We're going to have a panel and talking about the job outlooks, job opportunities, economic development associated with the high-speed rail. And in the state of the High Desert real estate, we'll be talking about not only commercial real estate, but also residential real estate. And First District Supervisor Paul Cook is also going to be presenting on the overview of San Bernardino County. So looking forward to that. You can register. This year's event is free. So if you want to go to cbcsymposium.com, CBC is in Coldwell Banker Commercial, cbcsymposium.com, you can go ahead and register. And I want to really large shout out to our sponsors for making it possible this year. Casey, thank you. Armstrong Fairway Insurance is a gold sponsor this year. City of Hesperia, thank you very much. Also Enterprise Funding. Shannon, thank you very much for coming back again. Saddleback Mortgage is also a sponsor this year. Desert Valley Medical Group, thank you very much. And Caldwell, Kennedy, and Porter also returning as a sponsor to make this possible. And the City of Victorville. So thank you very much to our sponsors. Without you, we couldn't put this together. And that's all I have. Otherwise, Mark will be calling me on my cell phone for going over. So thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you so much, Jason. Yeah, I would expect if it didn't start ringing right as soon as you hit mute on your computer, I'm shocked.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of funny too, Shannon. As we were watching the video, I was thinking, you know, Mark is just going to think as he watches all of this later, he's going to look at this part right here, and I know he's going to be watching me as I talk to him right now. He's going to think they just can't do it without me. That's it. They just can't do it. And then we just can't tell him that we scripted all of this in to make him feel better.
Yeah, when the warden's out, the inmates take over.
Yeah, right. Exactly. All right. Thank you so much, Jason. Thank you to Coldwell Banker Commercial for sponsoring this morning's coffee break update. We appreciate it. And now we have one more municipal presentation for you from the town of Apple Valley. We have the Director of Business Development and Communications. Are those the only words that are in your title, Orlando? Did I get that right?
You missed
Of?
director of.
Oh, there's
So
just a
close,
comma here
Marshall.
on my, there's
So-
a comma here. I read it exactly.
So close,
Director of
Marshall.
Business Development and Communications, Orlando Acevedo. Good morning, Orlando.
Good morning. And Marshall, I actually have to pay you compliments. This is probably the most efficiently run coffee update we've ever had.
I said to say nice things about Mark.
We're at 31 minutes, so we're flying
Yeah, I
through.
know.
Good morning, everyone. Yes, Orlando with the town of Apple Valley. And just wanted to start this morning by sharing some light news, and that is that Jersey Mike's has announced that they'll be opening a location at the new Starbucks at Casota across from St. Mary Medical Center. Those of you that are Jersey Mike's fans or just live or work on the north end of town will appreciate that. It seems like a lot of services are at the south end or even at the east end. So it's nice to have something up at the north end. Speaking of St. Mary's, I know it's already been mentioned regarding their mass vaccination site coming up next week, but I just wanted to say thank you to them and to their whole crew of frontline workers. It takes a village, and I know that they have been all hands on deck to get that vaccination clinic up and running. And so again, just another big shout out to them and to their team as they help the community get vaccinated and get back to normal, or back to a new normal, if you will. So thanks again to them. As everyone's mentioned, a few folks have mentioned already, you can get more information on that site and all other sites at sbcovid19.com/vaccine. Really excited to announce that the town announced this week that we are launching a small business grant program. Let me give you the website twice. The website is av.town/businessgrants. Again, av.town/businessgrants. There you can go and find an application and all the information you'll need to determine which program is best suited for your business and your eligibility, of course, and get more criteria for the application process. Real briefly, though, the micro, we have two programs. The first is the micro enterprise program, and that's geared toward businesses with 1 to 5 employees. We're offering a grant up to $30,000 for back pay of rent and utilities, cash flow for payroll, purchase of PPE supplies, for example, and any costs incurred or costs expected to incur to improve service or increase or alter services related to COVID. The second program is designed for small businesses with 1 to 50 employees, and that grant program will be up to $50,000 for similar capital expenditures. Again, to learn more about those programs, visit av.town/businessgrants. I won't go into all the underwriting criteria. You can look at that online and get more information about that. Again, eligibility, how long you have to be in business, what books you're going to be expected to open, whether it's a personal or employer related underwriting and things like that. So again, check that out. We're really excited to be able to reallocate federal dollars at the local level and be able to inject capital into the local community. So please check that out. You'll be hearing more information about that in the coming weeks as well. We actually sort of soft launched it because we didn't want to overwhelm our very small staff. And so we'll sort of trickle that news out, and you're one of the first folks to hear about that. This week, we also launched a citizens budget advisory committee. The council appointed 10 members to that on Tuesday night. And those committee members represent a cross section of the community and stakeholders. They will review financial documents and projections and provide budget recommendations to the town council on upcoming priorities. As we strive to respond to rising costs, including our police service contracts that continue to increase year over year, and then also the effects of flattened revenues over the last several years, and of course, the economic and financial impacts of COVID over the last year. The committee is expected to meet twice per month. And even though we had 44 applications, and even though the remainder 34 folks weren't selected, we want to invite them and anyone else in the community to attend those meetings, which will be virtual. They'll be available online at applevalley.tv. And there you'll find more information about how you can participate in the public engagement process. And for more information actually on that specific committee, you can visit av.town/CBAC. That's Citizens Budget Advisory Committee. Let me just mention those names again. It was 10 members from the community representing various stakeholders throughout the community, and those folks are Mr. Jack Betterly, Ms. Joanne Betty, Mr. Adolph Colasso, Mr. Matthew Drake, Mr. Forrest Rusty Green, Ms. Amanda Hernandez, Ms. Anita Ittenmeyer, Ms. Lisa Lamb, Mr. Dennis Pat Orr, and last but not least, Ms. Regina Weatherspoon Bell. And then my last comment, and then I'll be done, and that is that yesterday, the closing arguments in the town's case to acquire the Apple Valley water system, which is held today by Liberty Utilities, finally concluded. And that ended a 17-month trial where the question before the bench trial before the judge, Mr. Donald Alvarez, was whether or not the town has the right to acquire the water system, again, presently owned by Liberty Utilities. So we expect a ruling within the next 90 days, and thereafter, if Judge Alvarez finds in our favor, the trial will move to a valuation phase where a jury will be selected to determine the value of the system. So that's, if you follow Apple Valley, or if you follow that trial, you know it's absolutely a very historical trial. And so we want to be able to share that information as it becomes available. And after 17 months, people were going, hey, what's going on? And so we want to be sure to share that out. We expect to issue a press release on that as well today. So for more information on that, you can visit av.town/water. And that's all I have today.
That's all. That's a lot.
Sorry,
That's a lot.
sorry.
No, that's good. That's great. That's great. Lots of information is good. You said we were zooming right along. You said this was the most efficient, and there we had plenty of time to get all that information in. Can we talk about Jersey Mike's for a second? Because
absolutely,
Ryan, who most of you probably know is my supervisor at the Air District. Ryan, he just texted me Jersey Mike's, and I knew exactly what he meant. We're split by probably 13 miles right now. He's in Victorville, and I'm here at my home in Hesperia. But I knew exactly what he meant. Jersey Mike's. He has to eat at Jersey Mike's now because it's going to be very close to the office. I mean, that's only a 10-minute drive from us. So have you had their meatball, Orlando? Have you had the meatball there?
You know, I heard that they took it off menu. Is it off menu that you just have to order off menu?
Oh, I didn't. I mean, it's actually been like 2 years since I had it. So that's terrible. That's terrible news.
Yeah.
No, this got sad.
DiNapoli's and Mama Carpino's make killer meatball sandwiches.
They do. They make phenomenal meatball sandwiches.
Shameless plug.
Mark's going to ask.
Fine for that.
Mark's going to ask me later how this went all the way down to meatball subs and who has the best. So I'm not going to explain it. I'm going to let this video tell the whole story. Thank you so much, Orlando, for that update. Lots going on in the town of Apple Valley, and good to hear about all of it. That's pretty much it for us this morning. Look at that, 40 minutes since we opened this Zoom meeting. Not bad. I want to make sure to remind you to join us on February 26th, of course, for our next coffee break update. Again, we will have presentations from Brightline as well as Victor Valley College. And our screen now is everybody who's here. So, and you know what, while others were presenting, I was reminding myself where to let people unmute themselves. So I was already ready, so I don't have to look around for it. So now you can unmute yourself and say goodbye. I'll say happy Valentine's Day. Enjoy your President's Day weekend if you get it off, and be safe. And we will see you here in 2 weeks for the next coffee break update. Thank you so much, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Happy
Valentine's Day.
Safe.
Bye. Have a
Happy
good weekend.
Valentine's Day.
Happy Friday.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Day. Bye, guys.